So today is concatenated new gear day. Going to talk about 3 different things, and also new song day. Kind of, we recorded a scratch track of the song, put it out on SoundCloud. You can see that link at the end of the video, and also recorded it with this new guitar, newish guitar. It's a Taylor 12 fret 300 series with the Expression System 2 in it, which is an active piezo pickup that kind of changes the characteristics. Piezo, some people like to say. Hey puppy, how you doing, buddy? Oh, you're so cute. That kind of changes the characteristics of a piezo pickup a little bit. It reduces a lot of the quack, but it still has a lot of the bite and cutting ability of that type of pickup system. So it can really cut the real mix. To do solo stuff like I'm doing, you got to tame it a little bit. And that's plugged in. Unplugged, this thing sounds absolutely fantastic if you like the Taylor sound or the Larrivee sound, or any of those other brands that kind of have that sort of floaty, clear high end, a little bit tighter low end sort of sound. Kind of like that. We're playing in a wet room with a cathedral ceiling. There is no acoustic treatment in this room whatsoever. And for the guitar section, or the live section, the recorder is actually placed out of the room, about 20 feet away behind a barrier, so you're hearing all room reverb. And we'll get to that setup in a second. But all the same, this guitar sounds absolutely beautiful. And because it's a 12 fret, it resonates against your body a lot like a Hauser or a Spanish classical, as opposed to resonating pretty much solely in the top bout like a typical folk guitar. And it's this kind of parlor-esque grand concert shape. Not a little more tucked in than a dreadnought, definitely not as big in the booty as a jumbo. But you feel the resonance all the way throughout the entirety of the guitar. There's some interesting bits. I already mentioned it's a 12 fret, which means that the body joins the neck at the fret of the 12th fret, which is the 12th fret. And the bridge is squarely in the center of the lower bout, which gives this thing like a really good woody bell-like resonance. Which is actually an extremely traditional way to build a guitar, even though some people don't like the newer building methods of Taylor's. But I do. They sound great. They work great. They're really strong. And they're pretty much set up for good to go right from the factory. So our next couple of things that we're going to talk about. It sounds really good, but it doesn't quite sound perfectly mic'd when plugged in. So I picked up an AC driver, a Tonebone AC driver preamp, which helps to take a little bit of that top end rasp out, which I was looking to do. And we're also playing it through a Fender Acoustic SFX amp, dual channel. It's not set up for vocals, but I ran this SM57 through it just to show you what you can do in either a garbage venue or if you're busking or something like that, or there's no sound man available. So we'll cut to that footage now.
Lord, I am wandering, and so are my days, in chains that wheel never stays. And now I must admit, darling, my dear, if I should wander in dreams, rock me lightly, hold me tight, kiss my face if I should wake before the morning comes.
And as you can see, it's pretty good. It's not perfect. I wouldn't say it's the absolute best thing since sliced bread. It doesn't sound like a guitar that's been recorded through a large diaphragm condenser, but that's actually an option. If you wanted to stick a microphone into channel 2, you could actually blend the two. It does have some built-in effects. They're pretty good. You probably want to use your own effects if you have your own effects, like an acoustic pedal board, and if you don't, or you don't like to do that, you might just want to use this. But it's pretty good sounding and very natural, very responsive. So that's it. That's a quick review, a little preview of kind of what it sounds like without really dialing it in very much. The EQs on both channels were basically right at noon, with a little bit of the low end taken out of the guitar side, just to kind of make it reduce the body knocks and thumps. If you like the video, please give it a like and subscribe, and you'll see the link to that song at the end.